Since we're talking about digital communication, it is imperative that we talk about your digital footprint. Now, it's called a digital footprint, but I think of it more as a tattoo because footprints can be swept away. This, not so much. It would be much more difficult to remove these things, similar to how it's very difficult to remove a tattoo. All right, so what is a digital footprint? It's anything that you put online or you send via your phone that can end up online. So it's basically this cloud of information that you have put online that's going to follow you everywhere. Now, if you were in class, you would be discussing with your group some apps that might add to your digital footprint. But here are some right here. And things like comments, likes, posts, tweets and retweets, pictures, videos, anything that goes up is going to be there forever. Even if that service says, no, we delete it, that copies are made, screenshots are taken, you cannot trust anything. Now, thankfully, phone calls and grades are not in your digital footprint yet, but, the future is crazy. Who knows? So why should we even worry about your digital footprint? And I really think about this in three ways. And I did Google searches for each of them so you can see actual results. So first thing is, person fired for social media. So you have a job that you like, you post something, a joke, or, something that isn't very socially acceptable, and then you end up losing your job. We're seeing this all the time with people on Twitter. They say something and then people get upset and the company just fires them. They don't want to deal with all of the anger and outrage. So this is happening more and more every day. So you got to think about that. Students get in trouble for social media posts because if you do something outside of school but it still affects school, we're involved. So, the tweeting about a bomb threat, a student got arrested for that. Saying mean things about teachers and principals, you can get kicked off of sports teams, you can get kicked out of clubs. This is happening more and more. So your social media, your digital footprint is following you into school. These are actual tweets from recruiters that were looking at high school athletes, to offer them scholarships, but then they changed their mind based on what they found in their digital footprint. So this guy from Penn State dropped another prospect this AM due to his social media presence. Actually glad I got to see the real person before we offered him. The recruiter from Duke, our jobs depend on young men that we recruit and women. Your social media pages say a lot about your character, discipline, and common sense. And then from SMU, came across an awful Twitter account today. Shame, the kid was a really good player. On to the next one, get a clue. So this is happening, and you are going to be held responsible for what you put online. And then when you go to get a job, and we're talking about like a career job, if you go to Cold Stone, they're probably not going to care too much. But like when you're looking for a career, part of the hiring process will be to look at your digital footprint. Now, there's companies out there that they can hire to do that for them, or a lot of the bigger companies just have people in-house that can do this. And so when they're looking, they've narrowed it down to 7 applicants for the one spot, they're also considering their digital footprint. Now, because that's going to happen, you could actually put some good things in your digital footprint that will help you stand out. So if you've done community service, you could talk about that sometimes. You could include posts that show your creativity, your artistic work, being a positive person. All of these things are going to help you to look different from everyone else in the hiring pool. Now, we find that this is an issue with teenagers a lot. I mean, we're seeing it with adults too. But one of the reasons teenagers struggle is because the prefrontal cortex is one of the last parts of your brain to develop. And this part of your brain is in charge of decision making, social behavior, judgment, rational thought, problem solving. This is why we see teens take so many risky chances or engage in risky behavior, because the part of your brain that's going to know better later hasn't quite developed. So I'm providing you this information and I'm hoping that it sticks in there, but it's going to be up to you to really think about, hey, I'm about to post, is this, how will this look in 5 years? Will it still be as funny? Will it still be as important? Now, on a side note, all of these sites and services, we are not their customers. We are their products. Okay, they want you to enjoy the experience because you'll use it more, and you'll contribute more data, and the data is what they sell to other companies or sometimes to the government. So you have to, I mean, I'm not saying don't use them, but I'm just saying you just have to be in the mindset that everything you offer them is going to be sold. All right, you are their product. Now, if you've ever seen Adam Ruins Everything, it's a show on TV where he talks about different things. He did a little part on Facebook. Now, I know most of you aren't using Facebook, but remember that this could apply to any social media site or app. Plus, Facebook owns several like WhatsApp and Instagram, so, you know.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the internet of the real. The truth is, these services aren't free at all. You pay for them with your very identity. When you use Facebook, they log everything you do. The pages you like, the people you interact with, even the words in your status updates. Then they take that information, analyze it, and assemble a detailed profile of who you are. They know your habits, your preferences. They can even determine your risk tolerance or sexual orientation. And then they sell that information to advertisers.
One risk-taking homosexual, please.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Wait, how did they know? I'm not even out at work yet.
Hey, I didn't know you were gay. And so adventurous.
That's not a hypothetical. This actually happened to a woman in Tampa.
That is problematic, but come on, we all know they're showing us ads.
Yeah, but we don't know how deep Facebook's tentacles really go. They actually record which ads we see, then partner with firms that monitor what we do in the real world.
Jacob liked the page Bacon is Bay last week. We showed him an ad for your double bacon heart attack burger. He just bought one in Duluth.
Clearly susceptible to the campaign. Let's pump them full of ads.
I guess I got room for one more.
This has got to be one of the most invasive advertising systems ever devised. Facebook can actually determine who's the most vulnerable to an ad campaign, then up their dosage till they buy even more.
Hot.